Welcome to this week's edition of the Jet Setter video blog series. This week we're going to review the Colts win and it's Patriots week. Also, gang, at the end of the video, stay tuned. Tyson's going to give you details on how to win an autographed picture of a New York Jet. All right, Tyson, the Jets are coming off an impressive win over the Colts. What improvements were made on the offense?
Ground and pound came back was the first thing. The offensive line dominated the line of scrimmage. Sean Green was like the old school Sean Green. He ran with power. He did a spin move. I almost passed out when I saw that. And then on defense, they were aggressive. They stopped the run. And they didn't stop a quality running back. I mean, Donald Brown was out. But they stopped the run. Then they attacked Andrew Luck. I mean, you had everybody. Copels, Maben, Wilkerson. They all played great. And then Cromartie shut down Reggie Wayne, which was huge.
One of the best games I've ever seen him play.
I agree. Well, Andre Johnson, too. He shut down the week before, which was awesome. But great team effort. You know, Tebow came in, did his little gimmick with the fake punt. So they did it all. It was a cumulative effort, and it was a great job, and they got to build off it.
All right, before we start discussing Patriots, the Jets placed Darrelle Revis on IR. Any thoughts?
The move's not surprising. I mean, Rex wanted to keep him, you know, on the kind of available in case he went to the Super Bowl, which we know is not realistic. The only comment I have about this is that in the press conference that Revis held, they asked if he's going to defensive meetings, and his answer was no. Now, while I understand he wants to rehab and be diligent and, you know, and just do whatever he can to get back for next year, in my eyes, the answer should have been like, you know what, I'm going to go to some meetings, I'm going to help the young players out. And people say, why is that a big deal? Well, in my eyes, you have Antonio Allen, you have Ellis Langston, you have all these young guys filling in with all the injuries the Jets have. I'm sure Revis can share some insight on, hey, Brendan Lloyd always goes to the left, or this guy always does this, or, you know, turn your hips this way. I think he can share a lot of insight, which he may still be doing, but to come out and just say, no, I'm not going to the meetings, no, I'm not going to do this, it just comes off kind of selfish in my eyes. So,
All he did was talk about his knee.
He said, my knee, I'm going to rehab, I'm going to do this. So, I mean, I could be making a big deal out of nothing, but in my eyes, the right answer is saying, I'll be there for my teammates, I'll be there for the young guys, I want to help out, I'll be there when I can, not no. But, I mean, water under the bridge, not a big deal, but in my eyes, probably could be handled a little bit better because Revis kind of has that selfish image to begin with you know, the holdouts and everything else.
All right, well, let's talk Patriots.
Week, man. I love
big
this
time.
week.
It's one of the best weeks of the year.
For the Jets, it is,
Absolutely. Yeah. Now, you're going into the Patriots. That defense is ranked 28th against the run, the 20th against the pass, 6th against the run. I mean, on paper, it kind of dictates how you're going to attack that defense.
Well, see, there's something about that, though. If you look at it, the Patriots' offense comes out and scores right away. They put points on the board, which takes you away from your running game. So teams aren't really running the ball against them because they're already behind 10-0, 14-0. In case of the Bills, they started to run the ball, but then they get blown out, and you're passing the ball every down. So why I think where you're probably going is the Jets should pass the ball, and I'm going to say I disagree with that. I think that the Jets need to get physical. They need to man up. They got, just like last week, play physical at the line of scrimmage. I mean, go for it. I mean, pound the ball, use Tebow, use all your running backs, play it physical, run the ball, and then set up your passing game. I mean, you got it. It's time to step up. It just is.
All right, well, Dustin Keller's back this week. Impact.
Huge. I mean, well, Dustin Keller came back last week.
Right.
But he has a huge impact on two things. He's a good blocker, and if you combine him with Jeff Cumberland, you get two tight end set. It spreads everybody out. It makes your passing game that much more effective. It just opens things up for you, and it gives Sanchez the safety blanket he always looks for. When things get a little tough, he can fire the ball to Keller. I think he's getting more comfortable. It just helps the whole unit out itself. But I think it gives them ability to do a lot more different things in their offensive sets.
All right, well, McKnight and Powell might miss the game Sunday. What did the Jets do to replace that production? It's
just when the running game gets going, that happens, which kind of stinks. I mean, Jonathan Grimes is signed off the Texans practice squad, which is, you know, that happens. You know, but I think Lex Hilliard's going to be there, a fullback that they picked up from the Dolphins. But I think they should look at a guy like Steve Slayton, maybe a Rock Cartwright, a Joseph Adai. Bring in a veteran running back. I don't see why you shouldn't. I mean, I think they're saying that Powell could be back next week or McKnight could be back next week. But why even take that chance? I mean, if Steve Slayton is familiar with Sperano, I mean, these guys, there's some things you can do. But right now, it's Green, it's Jonathan Grimes, and I'm probably Lex Hilliard. And they're probably going to use a Wildcat, too, which is not a bad idea because, in my eyes, it's wear down the Patriot defense. Wear them down, grind them down, and then pass the ball.
Well, if you do that, you keep that Patriot offense off the field.
Which is the key. I mean, that's your whole goal, is keep Tom Brady off the field, wear down the Patriot defense, and then you have a chance to win the game. I mean, you're not going to win the shootout because the Jets can't put up 40 points this game. I mean, they're just not going to. So, we're down the defense. And then, and the other thing is, it's establishing an attitude. Like Rex Ryan's talking about, you're going to get our best punch. Well, give them your best punch. Don't sit around and be like, everybody right now is kind of like, Jets are going to get blown out. Nobody really believes in the Jets at all. So Rex Ryan needs to rally the troops and say, you know what? Now's our time to step up and man up and show, we are your best punch. Our best punch is to be physical football and come out and just smack them in the mouth with your running beam. I mean, like Sean Green, just smack them in the mouth, knock Gerard Mayo over, and go for it. Really give them what you have. Don't play conservative and, just kind of like 3 and out. Oh, well, here we go again. Give them your best shot and make it on offense. Because, like, you always want to get the defense to make your first shot. Make the offensive guy be your first shot. Let Mangold maul somebody. I mean, just come out with, like, an attitude and pissed off and give them what you really have.
All right, well, let's talk about that Patriot offense. 31 points a game, 445 yards a game. How the heck do you slow them down?
Well, I think the one thing everybody doesn't realize is how good they are running the ball. I think they're number 4 in the league in rushing, with Ridley's running the ball all over the place, and they have Bolden, whoever else is behind them. Everybody's Danny Woodhead.
It's more by committee.
They're all running the ball. So I think what they're going to try to do is the Jets' defense is, I think, is 28th against a run or something like that. It's not very good. They struggled, which is no secret. So if I was the Patriots, I'd come out and run the ball against the Jets. I mean, go against your weakness. So if I'm the gangrene, I come back and you got to stop the run first. If you can't stop the run and you give Tom Brady the ability to play action pass and spread the field, the Jets will get blown out of the building in the first half. It won't even be a ball game. So I think the first thing is the line of scrimmage is when the battle is there. You gotta get there. You gotta make plays and put pressure on Brady. The key to beating Brady is hitting Brady. But if you can't do that if you can't stop the run, and that's just the way it is. So this year is the first time that the Patriots have really committed to running the ball this much. So I think they're going to try to do that against the Jets, and it's demoralizing. If you keep getting first downs running the ball, your defense gets tired, it gets worn out. The same game plan the Jets are going to have. So you've got to stop the run, put pressure on Brady, and then deal with the passing game.
It's no secret that the Jets struggle against tight ends. You're going against Hernandez and Gronk, 2 of the best individual tight ends, and as a pair, there's no better.
Nope.
How do you stop them?
Good question. I think this is where I think the Jets' addition of Bell and Landry are going to help them a little bit. They're veteran safeties. They can help out. And I think this is where you need the speed of the Jets rookies. You're going to need Demario Davis. You're going to need Antonio Allen. You're going to need some of these other not fringe players, but younger players to help out and contribute. And you got to put hits on them. I think while you're never going to slow down Gronkowski and Hernandez, you got to hit Brady first of all. That's the biggest key is hitting Brady. But I think you need some of these younger players to pick up the slack. And then Landry and Bell got to do their job as well. I mean, I don't think you're ever going to stop them and completely shut them out, but just contain them. And the other thing is yards after the catch. If you catch the ball, knock them down. Tackle, wrap them up, bring them down. Don't try to arm tackle and blah, blah, blah. Bring them to the ground and avoid the big plays. So there is no obvious answer for this. I think Landry and Bell got to play well. I mean, Eric Smith's probably going to be out this game, so Antonio Allen's got to step up. Langster, all these guys have got to contribute. Demario Davis is going to probably see some time because Bart Scott is banged up, and so is every other linebacker on his team. So they've all got to contribute, but it's just got to play consistent and tackle.
All right. Well, one of the highlights of the last couple of weeks has been the play of Cromartie.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts?
He's been amazing. And see, I guess the question for everybody now is, what do you do with Cromartie this week? Do you put him on Welker? Do you put him on Brandon Lloyd? What do you do with Cromartie? And I guess my answer is Welker. He struggled against Welker in the past, and that's no secret either. But he's probably your best cover corner at this point. I don't think Kyle Wilson could cover Welker. I mean, I don't know where Kyle Wilson really fits into the scheme right here. But I'd let Cromartie use him like you use Revis, to be honest with you. You got to put him where you think he's most valuable. If it means following Welker, let him follow Welker. If it means kind of switching off and going to Lloyd, to wherever else, put him on Gronkowski in some whatever you think is best. But don't leave him on one little island and say, you're going to stay right here. Use him every way you possibly can. It's just, you got to just use your assets at this point. But the whole key with defense is be physical. It's seriously, because the Patriots are going to come after you, match their intensity, and come back after them.
All right, with all that said, what's your prediction?
Wow. This is a huge game for the Jets. It really is, because nobody believes in them. Everybody's saying, lose this game and beat the Dolphins and you're 4-4. In my eyes, I want to see him step up this week. I really do. I mean, You hear like Copel's getting compared to Chandler Jones. Chandler Jones has 5 sacks, and Copel only has 2 now. And I just want to see them as a team just step up and just man up and step up and come out there and be like, you know what? This is our best punch, and we're gonna play physical, hard, and strong, and do all that. The Jets do that, and they come out with that attitude and really play strong football. I think it's gonna be a very, very close game. But we haven't seen that happen yet. They played the 49ers. They didn't really show up. The Texans, they fell apart. They played the higher echelon teams, and they haven't matched the intensity. So I'm going to say, 28-17 Patriots.
Okay.
But I'm hoping to see a better performance. I mean, I'd love to say 24-20 Jets, but at this point, they haven't given me a reason to say the Jets are going to win this game. But if Rex Ryan does the right thing, this could be a very, very competitive game.
All right, it's Patriots week. Let's get them.
I can't wait.
All right.
Thank you for watching our latest video. Please check us out at jetsetter.com. And this week, we'll be giving out an autographed picture for the best comment on YouTube. But the comment has to be video specific. So please give us some feedback. We always appreciate it. And that's about it. That's Alf. I'm Tyson. Let's go Jets. We'll see you guys next week.